Hey everyone, this is Nick, and today I want to talk about why I think living in America is very depressing due to workload. You know, whatever happened to the old days, how if you work full time and getting paid minimum wage, and it will be enough to survive. I remember, you know, um, how do I say it? Back then, one parent, especially the dad, they could just work one full time and was able to take care of a whole family. Nowadays, both parents are working, you know, and we could barely survive. And you have to understand, if you ask me what are my expenses, that kills me. I would say because of my mortgage, because I bought a condo. But I bought a condo in 2019. Okay, back it was a good deal, you know. But at the same time, you guys have to understand my situation. I'm a single dad. My son has autism. Okay, my ex-wife, she fled the country, and prior to our divorce, she agrees to pay spouse and child support. And granted, she did give me the spouse and child support for 2 years straight, and the beginning of this year, she stopped paying. And I wish that if you know someone that can help me out with this matter, then please let me know, because I want her ass back to this country and face the punishment that she deserves for not paying spouse and child support. But anyway, I work for the school. Okay, the school just opened this week, and I'm just exhausted because I work two jobs. My second job, I work with autistic kids, and I will talk about that in the next video. And I want you guys to understand, I'm just tired, man. It's like every day I work, like Monday to Friday I work 10 hours, and on Saturday I babysit a kid for 5 to 8 hours depending on how much they need me. And I'm so exhausted that every single day it's like grinding. Every day I wake up 6:30, get ready and boom, go to work. I don't come back till like 9:30, 9 p.m, 9:30 p.m. I love to work out. I barely have a hard time to work out. Today I didn't get back home till like 10 p.m, and all I did was just I did 7 sets of pull-ups and some bodyweight squat and bodyweight glute. That's all I did. I didn't get the full workout that I want, but you know what? It's better to do some than none. And right now it's almost midnight. I have to wake up at 6:30 to go to work. But I just want to make this quick video just to tell you guys how depressing life is. And I'm so busy in life, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate, relate to me in this category. You work all freaking day, right? You came back home, you cannot, as soon as you step into your house, you cannot even relax. You know why? Because for me, as soon as I get home, I gotta put down all my stuff. I gotta go straight to the kitchen, right? Do my dishes, prepare my meals for the next day, right? And then after that, obviously I gotta clean the kitchen because I just cook. And then when I came inside my room, guess what I had to do? Take off my clothes, prepare my new outfit for tomorrow, take a shower, or do a little bit of workout to shower and shower. like you know like it's just crazy how when you're home, there's more tasks. You have tasks at home and you gotta work outside of home. It's so much. I don't know about you guys, but I'm assuming that most of you guys love your kids. I love my son a lot, and it just sucks that my son, like I said, he has autism and he's going to high school this year. I'm so sad that every morning, Monday to Friday especially, all I get to say to my son is hi and bye. Hey, every time I walk out, I said, "Bye, son," and he's like, "Bye, dad, I love you." And I'm carrying so many things. I admit it's a little inconvenient for me to put everything down and just hug and kiss him. I'd rather just walk straight out, And when I come back home, I'm so exhausted. And my son, he's already showered by the time I get home, and I don't want to touch him because I don't want to dirty him. So it's like hi and bye. I have to wait till at least Saturday and Sunday to actually get to spend time with him. And it's hard to spend time with him because he's a high schooler now. And I want you guys to understand, like, life is so exhausted here, man, in America. Like, I'm so freaking tired. Now, I know some of you might be like, oh, because Nick, because you live in California, that's so expensive. That could be true. But at the same time, I know some of you are going to suggest me to move out to a different city, different country, different states or whatever. It sounds easy, but it's hard to do it. Especially people are like, especially you people that have experience. Sometimes moving to a new apartment in the same city is hard. You know what I'm saying? So imagine moving to another town, another state, and another country. That's even harder. And I admit I don't make that much money. If I need to move out, I need my family members to come along too. My sister, my brother-in-law, my mom, my dad, and that's a lot of people. I would not survive on my own. Do I want to go back to my country, Thailand? Yes, I do. But at the same time, I need at least my parents to come with me. But if they are unwilling to come with me, then I will not be able to make it. And at the same time, if my sister can send me money every month, at least $200-300 most. Well, of course, more will be better. But I think $300 would really help me a month. But do I really want to bother her with that? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? But I know that if I ask her $100 or $200, she could give it to me. But 300, that's pushing it a month. You know what I mean? But I just want you guys to know that, like, I'm so tired with life. And like I said, I want to know how many of you can relate to this. How, like, you work all freaking day, you're out all the time, you barely get to see your families, and as soon as you get home, like I said, you can't even relax. You gotta prepare yourself for the next day. You gotta shower, you gotta do your dishes, you gotta cook. If you have a wife that prepare meals for you, God bless. You know what I'm saying? But still, like me, as soon as I came into my room, take off my clothes, do a little workout, and prepare my vitamin, prepare my outfit, shower, and then get ready to go to bed. I barely have time to do anything. And like, I love to go to the gym, but I'm so exhausted that I feel like, man, I could barely go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? And if I go to the gym, I have to rush my way. Because if I don't rush, then it's gonna get late. It's gonna be too late. I need my sleep. It's just crazy that how busy life is. And I know some people might call me a bitch and say things like, oh, I sleep 4 or 5 hours a day and I'm fine. Well, you know what? That's you, not me. I need at least 7 hours, or at least 6 would help a lot. And don't forget, guys, I'm a 39 years old man. I'm turning 39 August 29. So I'm up there. I need my sleep. And at the same time, life shouldn't be like this. We all deserve at least 7 hours. I know the minimum requirement is 8, but at least 7 would be nice. Like, I know how tired, but like, I know that my body's breaking down. Okay, you cannot escape all the time unless you are genetically gifted. Like me personally, even if I get 6 to 7 hours sleep, every day I wake up, I'm exhausted. I'm fucking tired. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I'm very sensitive about weight gaining. So when I see when I see that, I'm gaining weight, it mentally messed me up. I just can't ignore it. If I could ignore it, I'll be sleeping right now. But I can't. I just have to do some workout because I just ate a few snacks. And I feel like, I gotta burn it off. So that's why I did some pull-ups, some body weight squat, and some glutes, just to get some workout done. And that helps a lot, Workout for me is a thing that I enjoy doing. I don't think I could live without working out. And I'm not really a gym freak. I don't mind going to the park, do some push-up, pull-up, and run. I don't mind doing that. But like I said, I'm so busy that I don't have time, I work at the school. I start at 7:30. I finish at 1 p.m. And then by 4, I gotta go to my second job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm busy. And by the time I come back home, like, say it's like 9 o'clock, 9:30. I barely have time to myself. And I could go to the gym still around after 9:30. But guess what, man? During that time frame, gym is so busy. The gym doesn't it gets busy till at least 11 p.m. And that, for me, that's too late. And I'm just mad that, like, my life is stuck with work and just pay bills. I don't have time to myself. Not even to myself. Like I said, even saying, like, I can't even freaking hug my son when I get back home. Because I'm exhausted, man. And sometimes I do feel like 24 hours isn't enough anymore. I don't know why, but I just feel like 24 hours is so fast. It's not enough time. And if they increase the hours somehow, let's say if they increase it to 25 hour or 26 hour, guess what? Employer will use that opportunity to add more work hour for you. I just saw a document on YouTube saying that like support that we might end up working longer than our parent. And one of the reasons that they said that could be the reason is because people are supposedly live longer and healthier. And when I saw that, I was like, so that's our punishment? You know what I'm saying? So that's our punishment to work longer because we decided to take care of ourselves better. The reason we take care of ourselves better than before because life is so stressful. And and we all want to live long. We all want to live long, but that doesn't mean that we want to work longer. I don't know, man, but I just think that life here is just bad. You know, it's just terrible. Long hours, and like I said, but like people are saying that America is no longer a country; it's a corporation. They want you to work for the rest of your life. You work so much, and somehow you can't even get vacation. And if you get vacation, it's like what, a week or 2 weeks at most. After you work like 2-3 years. Come on, man, it's a joke. America is a joke. It's a freaking joke. And I can't stand this country much longer.